Let's get into the news, and then we're going to get our reporters on for a breakdown on the incredible developments in Ferguson. Some very good developments, also some bad developments. But here are the headlines. UK police merely watching James Foley beheading video may be an act of terrorism. That's right. The head of the 7/7 bombings was British MI6 intelligence. My film Terror Storm breaks that down. Our government, the British government, has openly funded al-Qaeda in Iraq, renaming them ISIS and then IS. And now they think we're so dumb, they're saying we have to topple Assad because that's where ISIS has a base in Syria. That's how stupid. Remember Kerry said last year, we must hit Syria. They have chemical weapons. They will attack us. We have the proof. Turned out it was a false flag launched by al-Qaeda, ISIS, out of Saudi Arabia, working with Turkey. That's been in the BBC. That's been admitted. And no one got in trouble. That's the incredible part about this now. Used to, if a president got caught using the IRS to go after innocent people for political purposes, they had to step down, like Richard Nixon. Now it's like MSNBC says, of course we're coming after the Tea Party. You're racist scum. Of course the IRS is going to arrest you. I'm Rachel Maddow. Flaming authoritarians. These are not liberals. These are scary people. That's why when they indicted Rick Perry, he's facing 99 years, the Texas governor. We have a great report. It was out 2 days ago. I might play that today. It's so powerful that John Bowne went down and got the whole press conference, not just snippets. And I've been a big critic of Rick Perry. But Rick Perry compared to Obama, that is a lesser of two evils. Sure, he worked for Al Gore. Sure, he was a Democrat. Sure, he's a politician. Sure, I know who Rick Perry really is. But I know the state law. I know what he did. I knew what all the lawyers would come out. Even Axelrod, the former chief of staff of the White House, Obama's mentor, said this is shady and wrong. It is a fraud. Folks, if you can arrest a governor for threatening to veto state funding through a state program, that's what a governor is supposed to do. It's the office of the governor, the office of Texas, the legitimacy of separation of powers. That's what I said day one. That's what Rick Perry said, because that's the truth. See, they're not attacking Rick Perry now, folks. They're attacking everybody. If they can put him in jail for 99 years for following the law, everybody's in trouble. That isn't Rick Perry, folks. That's Matt Drudge. That's Alex Jones. That's Joseph Farah. That's the free press. That's state government up there now. People are like, yeah, but they're a bunch of politicians. Don't you want to see them go to jail? That's mindless Roman decline. That you just celebrate some big guy falling. If Rick Perry got indicted, if it was found that he took money from Merck to push Gardasil on people, throw him in jail. But you'll see, they'll never send somebody to jail because then they'd all go to jail for all the real stuff they're doing. Think about all the stuff Obama's done. I haven't even gone off on that. There is so much news. It's like I can't even cover it. It's just overwhelming. Do you know how many hundreds of Republicans and libertarians they've been arresting for trumped up crap? If you're in a Democratic-controlled area, it's the Democrats that are doing it. And you bounce one check when you haven't bounced a check in 20 years. I saw a case of this. They're watching it in live time, and the banks report it through data systems now, and the cops come and arrest you. If you have overdue library books and you're a conservative Tea Partier, they'll come arrest you. That's called Nazi Germany, folks. That's when they come and take you before some weird Democrat jury. That's why all these professors are on TV saying, if you're in the Tea Party, don't come in my class, I'll kill you. I'll put you in a body bag. That's why they're on the news going, Alex Jones is behind the Boston bombing and deeply racist, and he wants to kill police. Blah, 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 blah. They're demonizing me ahead of setting me up. That's what they do before they set you up. Perry actually put some troops on the border and actually ordered the state police to arrest people that are felons and to hold them and to make the feds deport them. And so they're coming after Rick Perry, folks, because Rick Perry smelled the wind, picked up the scent of the tide of fortune, and he knows the Tea Party could take the country over. And so he has actually been moving in a libertarian direction for real for the first time in his life, not just a bunch of talk. He sees Ted Cruz and Rand Paul at the head of the pack with integrity, not being politicians. And so he's getting in line, and they're scared of him now. Because the word from high-level Republicans was last round, they thought he was the only one that could beat Obama. But he had spinal surgery, was on drugs, and that's why he was acting weird. Legal drugs, prescription drugs for spinal pain, so he could have surgery on his spine and a day later be on the campaign trail. Boy, whoever had that idea was an idiot. You ever had spinal problem, just a little one where you can't get out of bed, you're in screaming pain? Rick Perry got hopped up on Oxycontin or something like it's the word. He said serious medication, remember, and went out and didn't know who he was. And so that's the only reason Rick Perry didn't give Obama a run for his money. They want to destroy him, folks. And it's not that I think he's some great hope against the Democrats. It's that if they can start arresting frontrunners in a political campaign, do you think we're just about done as a country? Stick a fork in us? I'm going to say it again. If they arrested Michael Moore for putting a film out against Bush, I would come to his aid and say it is terrible and we're all in danger. But nobody arrested Michael Moore. They arrested Dinesh D'Souza. And they're coming after anyone who doesn't want to destroy this country. Even if you're a boss hog politician that just wants business as usual but doesn't want to bring down the country, even if you're corrupt but don't want to sink the nation, they're coming after you, folks, because Eric Holder and the globalists hate this country. They want to bring it down. Do you understand that? They don't like prosperity. They don't like wealth. They don't like success. They have a vendetta. And it's called Agenda 21. We're going to go to our reporters in Ferguson. ISIS abducts more Westerners, promises beheadings, propaganda theater ahead of U.S. invasion of Syria. And they're on the news saying, we told you, John Kerry, we told you we had to go into Syria, or ISIS, Al-Qaeda, would get a foothold. You didn't listen. Now we, excuse me, we have to bomb for ISIS to take over, or ISIS will take over. And they were planting this a year ago. You watch, these radical Muslims are going to cause trouble in the region if we don't go in and take out Assad and them after giving them the weapons. Talk about Machiavelli. I'm John Kerry. Yes, we've got to take all your rights away, or Al-Qaeda will hit you in America. Yeah, Al-Qaeda, you armed at Benghazi. I mean, it's so incredible how criminal these people are. And so, yeah, if you've seen me throw myself behind the Tea Party in the last year, it's because the whole system came out against them, the Republican leadership came out against them, all the big think tanks came out against them, all the foreign money came out against them, because they know it's one of the only hopes for this country to peacefully beat the system. They know liberty's popular. They know if it gets sold to Hispanics and blacks, it's game over. They know if people rediscover Americana and wealth and prosperity and freedom and justice, it's all over for the New World Order. And so they're all hands on deck trying to shut down the Tea Party right now. They already tried to take it over. That didn't work. Now they're trying to gut it. And not because it's perfect, but because it's real. It knows about the Federal Reserve. It's pro-family. It's pro-gun. It's pro-life. It's pro-sovereignty. It's anti-welfare state. It's anti-corporate welfare. It's anti-banker bailout. It's anti-monopoly. It's pro-American industry, pro-farmer, pro-man, pro-woman, pro-child. And they're on TV saying 2 + 2 = 5. They're on TV saying your kids belong to the state. And you didn't build your business. Now, do you think radicals like this are scared of the Tea Party? They call us the counter-revolutionaries in their meetings. They are the revolutionaries, and they know it. And they're not going to give up, ladies and gentlemen, without a fight. Now, if you were them, what would you do? You'd provocateur race war. You'd open the borders up. You'd shut down the industry to bankrupt people onto the dole so that you had enough people on the system so you could get them to vote to enslave the others. With Homeland Security lined up to crush the Tea Party if they don't play ball by staging a false flag to then demonize the Tea Party and arrest its leadership. That's now in the Army training manuals, and they're training to take on the gun owners and demonizing the Founding Fathers